Hello guys, and welcome to today's episode. Sometimes I see situations where a man and woman, they're having like a word exchange, and the man is saying, "You do not talk. I don't like you. You don't communicate. Why don't you communicate? You need to start communicating." And the woman goes, "But I'm always talking. I'm always telling you what I want. You just never listen to me." One person is saying, "You are not talking," rather. The other party is saying, "I talk. You are the one who is not listening." And I've come to realize, based on research, that it's most times because we both have different communication styles. For some people like literal statements, like they say things exactly as it is. This is black. And then the other party could be like, instead of saying this is black, they would probably say something like, I like this color. It's having it has a touch of dark in it. Do you understand? So they're both trying to communicate the same thing, but they're saying it differently. So that's because some parties are literal. They say things exactly as it is, while some parties prefer to throw hints. And when we look at how much of difference that we have when we are communicating, it brings us to a point where we try to understand what the other person is trying to say. So you are actively listening, making sure that you understand what they say, and probably asking questions, follow-up questions, to be sure that, okay, you are getting the main point. So your mindset is not to listen so that you can ask questions. Your mindset is to listen so that you can absorb what they're saying, right? And understand it. Because you both have you both are different people speaking different languages, and that's fine. When I mean language, I don't mean literal English language. I mean the way you are programming your language in your mind is different from the way the other person is programming their language in their mind. You understand? So speaking different languages, and the only way we can try to understand each other is through effective communication, because the absence of effective communication can damage relationships. I remember I was watching a video, and the woman was a video about marriage, right? And the man was asked that, have you ever broken your trust? If you have, how did you, what did you do to get back on track? And the man turned to his wife, have I ever broken your trust? So she was going to answer. And what she said was, no, but only because they have a rule, which is over communicate. So what they do is basically, like the name says, or they over communicate. So they say certain things that could maybe cause an issue later in the future, or could be misinterpreted. They discuss it before it gets to that junction that it's becomes unbelievable. So they've already spoken about it. In fact, the woman was saying that there are times that the man even says some things, and she's like, I really didn't need to know that. But she said she appreciates it because she would rather know too much than for her to not know enough, and then it gets to a junction where it now causes where something had actually now gone wrong. You understand? It's more like, first, you know that this other person has a different programming language than you do, and understand that. Try to effectively communicate with them. Don't just, when you do not understand a thing, right? Like literally ask questions, and being open to the fact that other people do not speak the same language as you do, and it's fine. Just try to understand them. So another thing is, according to Dr. Gary Chapman, the man that wrote the 5 love languages, right? He said 85% of failed relationship had the lack of communication in them. So remember, communication is not just talking anymore. Like, communication has moved from just talking, but you need to understand empathy, effective listening before you can communicate, right? So that's all for today, guys. Have a wonderful week full of effective communication. Please communicate with people. Bye.